Hello, everybody. Welcome to Booker. I am Oladapo, as you can see on the screen, and today I'm with Hermit and Bootleg Assassin. Uh, Today we are going to be discussing quite a lot of things. We have the 2024 Emmys recently concluded, and we have the Avatar, Last Airbender, the animated movie, and as well we'll be talking about the Penguin movie, and as well Venom 3 trailer. The movie is coming out 24th of October this year, and we have a lot to get into. But before we go into that, I would like my colleagues to introduce themselves again. I know most of you already know them. Let them just come and introduce themselves again. Anyways, guys, introduce yourself. We're live.
Henry should go first. I was here last time.
Why should I go first? Why should I go first? Hello,
I was here
everybody. My
last
name is
time.
Amit.
You should.
Okay, you
Okay.
told me to introduce myself and you're cutting me short.
Beleo.
Can someone mute this bootleg assassin? Aha. Hello, everybody. My name is Amit, and I'm here today on Poker to talk about so many things like the Emmys Award, the Avatar animated movie, and so much more.
Now over to you,
Um,
Bootleg
I,
Assassin.
will you let me do my work?
Bootleg.
Uh, I am bootleg assassin. Can either
I
call
think I
me
should cut you
bootleg
short.
or well played. Well played. And like these other fine gentlemen here, we're here to discuss some very interesting topics.
Yes. These are actually quite interesting too, because I recently just watched the Penguin movie, and I wasn't getting the well. By the time we get to the Penguin movie, I think I will be
Is
sharing
it a
my
movie or
thoughts
a
concerning
series?
that. Oh yeah, it's more or less like a short series. It's not like a
It's a
I was
limited
about to
series.
ask him.
Yeah.
I was
It's
about
a
to ask
limited
him
series.
movie or
yeah.
series, movie or series,
It's
because
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
let
a
any
limited.
Penguin
my
Supposed to
bad,
be a
my
movie.
bad, my
limited
bad,
series.
my bad. It's a limited series. Bootleg Assassin has the right um word for it. So now we are actually going to be starting with the Avatar animated series. As you can see on the screen, is already showing the Avatar animated movie. Ah, my bad. Why did I say series? Avatar animated
It's in your
movie.
mouth.
Nah, it keeps on mixing series and movies together.
Yeah,
Get your shit
Clearly.
together, bro.
it the
Get your
opposite
act
language.
together.
Uh,
Okay, get your act
Language,
together.
brother. Okay.
I didn't get your act
So
together.
so like the Avatar animated movie, it actually has like a lot of interesting things to discuss concerning it. I remember that was it not like 5 months ago that they actually announced that they casted a lot of people for the um voice over for the voice actors. Why did I say voice over? I've been doing a lot of that is so like for voice actors, we have Dave Batista that is coming in as the villain, and as well as Eric Nam is one of the lead voice actors that is going to be part of the Avatar animated movie. And also the down thing is that initially from last year when it was announced, they did mention that they are going to bring back the original cast. But from what we heard 5 months ago, it's like they are going in a different route because they've already casted some interesting different people from those that we know. And it seems that the only person that is coming back to reprise his role is Dante Basco, who is playing Zuko. And I feel like if they should have actually changed Zuko, it would be very, very how do you say this? It's very, very obvious in the sense that Zuko's voice
Noticeable.
is very
Yeah.
yeah, Zuko's voice is very, very
Zico's voice is very recognizable.
yes. Even they could not hide it with General Iroh Jr. in the Legend of Korra. It was so obvious that it was that Tabasco that was speaking. One thing I would like to actually I've been saying one thing a lot. Another thing I would like to point out is that the animation style is similar to that of Into the Spider Verse. So it's going to be like 2D, sorry, 3D with some 2D element, but mostly 3D. Again. So Amit, the thing is, I actually want to I want to discuss about the villain because I want us to discuss about the villain in general because I was looking at it. They've casted Dave Batista, and we don't know who the villain is.
Wait,
You
wait,
get
wait, wait, wait. Before we go into the villain, the animation style, how do you think it's going to affect the bending?
the thing is, me
Yeah, I
personally,
was
yeah,
going to say about that.
Yeah, me personally, I don't have issues with it. Given the fact that we've all seen Into the Spider Verse, we've seen Across the Spider Verse, we saw how all of the swinging and
Okay, now those ones are swinging. There is when it comes when it comes to bending or using elements in animation, there's a different quality it brings out. And to be fair, yeah, anything that has to do with fire, water, air, animation in general, I feel it's way better on pure 2D art. If we look at the likes of the Dragon Prince, Avatar, a bunch of many other Castlevania too. We all see how this series here in 2D art brought out the quality of elemental combat. You understand? So if I should imagine Spider Verse type of animation, I can't wrap my head around how they are going to make a quality. I'm not saying it's not going to be quality, but I can't just round. But I have no imagination of how the elemental combat is going to look like.
well, the thing is, it's more or less like a mixture of 3D with 2D. I feel like what they want to do is to like make the characters themselves in 3D, then they will most probably like do the bending, like all those elements, they most probably do it in 2D, so that they'll be able to manipulate it properly. So that we'll get like the feel of what we got when we watch Korra and when we watch the Last Airbender itself. So I I would assume that they will go that route. It's something similar to I think something like this. They started it with this famous animation, Prince of Egypt, where they mixed in 2D elements with 3D elements, and they did it so seamlessly where they put the 2D elements in things that will be easier for them to manipulate, like when you're doing the animation. I think we should have actually called Sam up for this particular live panel. He would have had much more explanation concerning this, but we ourselves we can still say some things concerning. Our bootleg assassin. You have something to say concerning
No,
the
I
animation.
think, yeah, like I agree with him. It's particularly with the 2D animations. I think they might encounter some problems with the bending, because like you said, Prince of Egypt was really good. But you have to understand that they were not using as like bending the way they did it in the original series was very fluid. And I don't think that fluidity works as well with 2D animation styles. But like we'll have to wait and see. I think the we know that the movements will obviously be captured well. Is the way they throw the fire, the way they manipulate the other elements that might not come out as well. But the Into the Spider Verse animation style is all the rage right now, so we'll have to just wait and see.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you actually think about it, the part where everybody normally used to have issues is the earth bending. Like how they, if you look at the Avatar live adaptation, Netflix like live adaptation, the earth bending was sort of like I felt like it is good. It is really, really better than what we got from the M Night Shalamala M Night movie, but it felt like they were not doing it properly. It was good, but I feel like it could be better. So like with this 3D thing that they want to do, if they can like mix the 2D properly and they manipulate the 2D for the bending itself, we might get that fluidity. But it might just look weird when a 3D character is trying to bend a 2D element and the 3D character is throwing the punch and the 2D element is moving faster than the 3D character's punch. You get, so it might be tricky with them doing all of those. So I'm actually on your side concerning the animation. Although I wasn't worried before, but good thing you guys are now you're making me worried now. I'm now worried about the animation.
Should we
But
make you
not
worry? Should we make you
I don't
worry?
actually want to worry. I actually don't
I
want to
just
worry
lack
about
imagination. I just lack imagination on the whole fire. Like if you remember one scene somebody showed us recently where Kuvira and Korra were fighting. That type of scene,
it. Yeah.
can you imagine that type of scene on 3D animation where Kuvira when Kuvira was beating Korra And there was like she had one precognition skill where immediately Korra landed, she shifted the earth under her feet. Those type of combat, those type of elemental combat, I don't think you can imagine it on a 3D app. You get all a 3D, 2D mixture. And there are so many other things like bending air, bending water is going to look so sweet on a 3D type of art, especially type of Spider Verse. Yeah,
Hmm.
bending water would look so sweet. I think bending fire
I
too
feel
would
like
look
I feel like I feel like bending
understand,
fire
but
will look
air is
good
going to look
as
different.
well. Is that earth that I'm actually like quite um particular about, because I feel like they might not be able to like do it properly with 3D animation. So well, we'll still have to wait and see. But like let's actually like talk about the villain. You
The
get
villain, yes, he said Dave
yeah,
Batista.
yes, Dave Batista has been casted, but we don't know who he's playing. They did not say anything about who he's going to play. I feel like the only time we most probably get that would be when we get like a teaser or a trailer or something. So, but one the thing is, this guy, this movie is set to be Eng is set to be 24 years old, Tough is set to be 24 years old, Itara is set to be 26, and Soka is set to be 27. So, which we can safely assume that Zuko too will be around the age of 27. We can say this is their prime. Like
Odapo,
this is
just a minor correction. You said Ang is supposed to be 24. You mean
a hundred and
124?
twenty-four. Yeah, yeah. I'm
Just
yeah.
minor
Sorry,
correction.
apology. 124. Then Tough is supposed to be 24, and all of those ages. So like around that time, that's like their proper prime. Like they are not like children anymore. They've had like experiences, and this would be around the time where Republic City is coming into fruition and whatnot. Like it has already been created. If you look at the books and as well as the comics, I'm sure Emmett read some of those, and I'm sure Bootleg too actually went through some of the books. I only went through the comics. I don't do books per se. But my point is, whichever villain they are bringing, from what we've seen, this villain has to be like Thanos level villain, or it has to be like
Cap, cap,
Dark
cap,
Side
cap,
level
cap,
villain.
cap, 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 cap.
Yeah,
What do you mean
what
by
do you think?
that? Like, what do you mean by that?
Only- no, the thing is, my thinking is, if you are going to bring, because we've seen we've seen the Fire Lord, we've seen Amon and the Euclid, we've seen Unalak, we've seen Kuvira, we've seen Zaire. What else can you bring that is going to bust our brain? And that like it has to be something that it is most probably not on the level of what Korra fought. Because what Korra fought is those villains are actually like seriously dangerous villains. I'm not trying to belittle Fire Lord, but like if you look at Kuvira, what the talent Kuvira had, what she could do with bending and the likes. She's like a proper prodigy when it comes to earth and metal bending. But if you are going to look at the villain that they want to bring, it has to be something that is not on the level of what we've seen in Korra. Because if it is something that is more than what we've seen in the level of Korra, then there has to be like stories or legends of what they did. You understand? But like it is understandable because this is just coming after Korra has been made. So and then again, they can't give us a mid villain because it's a movie that is coming out after Korra. So it has to be something really interesting. So that's why I said it might have to be like Thanos level villain.
I don't think you are seeing the big picture yet. Now, let me go into something here. If we look into the
We are still looking into the
calm down, come on, come on.
While we're waiting on Hermit,
I'm looking at my
I
resource.
just
I'm looking
wanted
at my
to.
resources. I'm looking at my resources. Calm down.
I'm not just. Will you calm down? While we're waiting on him, I just want to correct something that Dapo said earlier when he said
I'm
Ang
back.
was
I'm
24.
back. I'm
He
back.
means
I'm back.
124, not Ang is not 24. Let us get it right.
But that was why he died at the age of 66 because his
Lord,
body already stayed longer than it's
my
supposed to.
bro was already a grandfather when he met Kaka. Ah, are you back now, Henit?
Yes, I'm back.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, no.
Now, if you look at Avatar on a big scale, yeah, most people like to ignore the political side of Avatar, and um, we got that in the comics of Aang. When we read Aang in the comic, we saw that he was facing challenges, but most of the challenges he was facing were not challenges where he needed to bend to beat the person. Yeah, it was more of disputes. It was more of disputes sorting where you need to sort out dispute between maybe the spirits and the humans or two political parties and that. Or you remember when he had that issue with Zuko? That was like a
Yeah,
political issue. Now look at Korra. Korra, the first 3 seasons they gave us really powerful villains. You understand? Amon, like the most powerful bloodbender in the Avatar verse. Then they brought then season 2, they gave us what they call it Vatu. Then season 3, the Red Lotus. Then season 4 was a political problem. You understand? Kuvira
yes,
was a political villain. So if we should look at the direction the Avatar verse went after this, if after their main characters, the avatars has faced powerful villains. And even if you look at the backstory of some of these avatars, they usually do face political problems. Like it's hard to think about an avatar that they actually talked about their story that they didn't face a political problem. Even Kyoshi faced a political problem. You
yeah.
understand? Goku faced a political problem. So at this point, I don't think when we think about a villain that will come up in the movie, we start thinking about somebody that can bend 10 elements or somebody that will bring out one special type of bending, like cosmic energy bending or whatnot, or mind control and the rest. We should think political skill. Because even in the Korra comics, yeah, after everything, where Kuvira was trying to come back to her senses and win the love of the Beifong sister that adopted her, I think it was Lin. Was it Lin Beifong, the one that adopted her? Or Suyin? I think it was Suyin, yeah. It
It's
was
Soyin,
Suyin.
it's not Lin.
Yeah,
Lin is the chief of police.
yeah, so it was Suyin. When after everything in the comic, they showed Korra and Korra. They showed Kuvira trying to repair the damage she made, and she was trying to win the love of Suyin back. So and then who was the villain? A second in command who still believed in her dream. So it was still a political fight. You understand? Though the old series went into them creating a mind control device. So we can get unexpected things like that. You get me? Can get unexpected things like that because I mean, after you've watched Korra, you will not really expect them to go through the old stuff. But if you hear that okay, they are going to fight Kuvira second in command again in this new series, you'll be thinking, what is there? Same old, same old. By the end of the day, then you find out this second in command already has advanced tech, mind controlling people by switching up their neurons, their brain, and whatever some Nazi German ship. You get so it's just what do you call it? It's just there. When you look at it, yeah, they are so I feel the villain that will come out here, we can't really predict. Yeah, but I'm looking towards two things, either a spirit villain or a political villain. Those are the two things I'm looking at. Not
But
a
if you are
villain
going to look
over
at
the
the
world.
person that they've casted, this is someone that is known for like most of the parts that this person has acted. He's known for strength, power, and fighting and like.
Then it could
Well,
be like a
I
spirit villain.
actually
Remember the
the thing
spirit
is,
villain he took?
like I said, they casted like two major actors to be in the villain role. The other guy is still there. You get it's just that Bautista is much more popular in the community compared to the other guy. So the other guy is still there, and they are actually really good actors, really really good voice actors as well. The my own is see as as right as you are, if you are actually going to look at it, I don't want to go to the cinema and sit down and watch Eng and Zuko discuss politics. If they do it for like 20 minutes, I'm fine. But the rest of it, he has to be like, I want to see the adventure again, and as well, I want to see the fighting. They are
Politics doesn't
showing
mean there
me.
is not going to be adventure. Politics
Yeah,
doesn't mean
yeah.
there's
I think I
adventure.
know. I think
I mean, okay,
for
come to
the
think of it,
movie
yeah,
specifically,
yeah. Now let me give you an example. Avatar Roku, if they make a movie about him, his villain is a
There is a
political
movie
villain.
about Roku coming. Is in the work. It's like it's part of the list of things that they said they want to do
Yeah.
movies
So
about.
now, if you look at it technically, yeah, Roku and Susan is technically a political villain, but it doesn't mean it's going to be boring. You understand? And the Kuvira Kora stuff that I talked about, it was a political stuff, but there was a whole lot of action. Season 4 of Korra too, it was political, but there was still a whole lot of fighting. You understand? And adventure. I mean, with even some part of what they call it, some part of Avatar, the Basing say, the Earth Queen, the Basing say episodes where they had to show the Queen that the what they call it, that they are being sold out and everything. It was still political in a way. You understand? Because Azula had to buy off Senate or the special leader, the daily and everything. That's like a political stuff happening right there. You understand? So a political something means we get to see stealth, we get to see intelligence, we get to see how would I put it? We get to see Soka shine. We get to see Soka shine in war strategies all over again. We get to see Zuko, we get to see Aang use their intelligence to sort things out, as well as see them punch through things. Do you get me? So if you decide to go to the cinema and watch, and it ends up being a political villain, I doubt it's going to be about them just talking like as if they are trying to pass a bill of rights. You get me? So that's not going to happen.
Well, I think I fully understand your point. I would assume you're saying that the issues could be political, but like they'll still have to bend around to actually get it done.
Exactly. And I saw
Yeah,
your
that
and I
that
thought and I,
works.
and I saw your double point there too. They have to bend
Yeah,
around it.
yeah, actually,
you guys are
yeah,
the
but
pawns.
yeah, actually, but like Saad was going to say something. I think.
I think the for this movie, particularly with the way they are all grown up, a there has to be politics involved. I think there's no way around it. I think particularly with how the Fire Nation almost basically went full Nazi on everybody. So there has to be politics involved. What I was going to say was rather than go the route of one super powerful villain, I would really like if they went with a lot of smaller villains compounded upon each other. It's like they have to deal with a lot of threats. I think that way they can do two things. They can involve everybody, where Toph and Zuko have to do one thing, Sokka and Aang have to do one thing, Katara and somebody else has to do another thing. So like by spreading the villains,
The only
by
person that is married to someone else, you split the person. You split
sorry.
the person away from the partner.
Basically like we can that way we can explore more dynamics in their relationship where they can pair guys that didn't really work together in the series together and then they can have them solving different problems. So maybe I can see Ang's problem political solving skills and somewhere else we can see more of Sokka's combats, we can see Katara's healing. So like by spreading the problem and maybe making more villains they can really engage the story more. So that's what I was going to say.
Oh yeah, that is actually insightful. That's actually insightful. In the comment section, we've been getting people posting. Well, we just two people posting. Ali Olufadi said, "Let's go." So I think he's happy to
Wow.
be here. He's happy to be here. So somebody called Olada Kwabi said, "It is fight I want to. All this politics no concern me."
I wonder who
Then
that is.
I wonder who that
Sir,
is.
sir,
I,
sir,
I wonder who that
that
is.
Ola, that Oladapo, could it by any means be somebody I know?
Yeah,
Because
I would
no,
assume it's someone that
it
likes
can
I think
violence. I would
it
assume
can
it's
be, it
someone that
can
likes
the
violence, or
because
so, or probably like an
mm,
action junkie or
the
something.
Oladapo I know would want to see a whole lot of
clearly,
spirit,
clearly.
a whole lot of he wants to see a whole lot of spirit action with Ing, which is something I want us
Well,
to
the
talk
thing
about.
is,
Ink,
yes,
we've
yes,
talked about the political
yes,
possibilities. We've not talked about the
yes,
spiritual possibilities.
yes.
Because
I was
once
actually going to touch up on that.
another aspect
Apologies.
of Avatar, another aspect of Avatar is after they face their big bad or the guy that makes them the legend in their Avatar stories, yeah, the avatars tend to, more times than not, tend to look into the spirit world. I mean, we saw Korra went retired into the spirit world, partially lived there for a while. We saw in the comic, Aang was always going to the spirit world for one or two missions, and he had one of those incredible feats. So I think Aang as an airbender could face, what do they call it? Could face his spirits. And since you said they're bringing in Batista, and he's been voicing a whole lot of strength-based or powerful-based people. So if Batista is there looking at the spirit direction, he may voice one of those powerful spirits who will need him to complete specific tasks. You understand? Now I have no idea of the task force. If we know the spirits very well, they are usually cunning or they usually have this thing where they need people to complete tasks for them. You understand? To maybe gain their favor and the rest. Like when one of them told Korra that you want us to do this, then meet your humans and get this done for us. So looking at that other direction, there's something we all missed. There could be a huge reference to the Air Nation, the
The
Lost
thing
Air
is,
Nation.
there are lots of possibilities at which they could go towards, but not to like spend too much time on Avatar itself because we still have three other things to like discuss. I would like for us to. I want to round up with saying that we could actually look into the comics and the books. Some of the people that they fought in the comics and the books, or they had encounter with, might come back. As Hermit was touching on the spiritual aspect of Avatar, the mother of Pisces that they actually had encounter with, that was when they were dealing with Zuko's mom's issue in the comic. It's something that if we could see it in the movie, or if it could lead to one of the things that they might actually need to do, or we actually see them work with the likes of the spirits that Azula and people were um, that they were impersonating in the comics as well. We could see General Old Irons. I mean, Batista could be General Old Irons. He might be voicing General Old Irons. You know, we don't know yet, but there's a lot of possibilities. There are a lot of ways that they could go with it. The best thing is they should not just mess up the story. And I would, even if they do mess up the story, they would get a lot of people to watch it because of nostalgia reasons and likes. And yeah, on that note, I would want us to uh, move further. And the Venom trailer, Venom 3 trailer, they recently dropped trailer that sort of like um, point out some things in the sense that this is something that I would like to push to
Wait, wait,
Ermi.
wait, 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 wait. They did not point out some things. They point out somebody. They pointed out somebody who is known by a few and
See,
feared by
that's
fewer.
why I said I would like to I would like to push that towards your side. No offense, bootleg, but I know you know the person as well. But like I would like to
Obviously.
push it towards Emmett because he's the crazy comic nerd, yeah. And the person that
Understatement.
the person that they actually did like pointed out is the god of symbiote, which is not. Most people don't even know about. I mean, there are a lot of people that didn't even understand what Venom is doing. I had conversation with people that they don't even know who Deadpool is. They just said he talks too much. They don't like the movie, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you're
And
missing
he
out.
has cancer.
Yes. So like
I mean,
the
Deadpool,
introduction
Deadpool
of
is a
Null
twist.
actually opens up a lot of like cosmic level things in
I
that
think
aspect of the Marvel
is the
verse.
second okay, in general, yeah. In general, yeah. Aside Galactus from the fast I don't say fast Fantastic Four movie in 2006, was it? Yeah. And
Yeah,
did I say and Mephisto in the Ghost Rider movie? And who else? The Celestials in the MCU Eternals. None is like the fourth cosmic entity from comic that is coming in from the Marvel franchise.
yeah.
Because we don't see much of those. Even okay, the only cosmic level or high level entity in any DC franchise is Lucifer from the Lucifer series, and
Mm.
that one is just a clown. That no, he is a clown. Let's be honest. Now back to Marvel. So now with the way I already said is high levels, you're already getting to get idea. So Null normally created the symbiote, yeah, and not just the symbiote. Okay, I also wanted to talk about Sentry, but I remember Sentry don't have a movie yet. But for the sake of any incoming Sentry movie, you all are going to see how powerful Sentry are. But nah, let's scrap that. Let's focus on the symbiote and God. Yeah, so Null is the god of the symbiote. He created the symbiote and all. And yeah, for those of you that will probably ask, is on the level of Galactus. The same way Galactus empowered Silver Surfer is basically the same way Null empowered the symbiote. You understand? So now you should understand why the symbiote is like a mystery, why it can do almost anything, it bonds and the rest. So that's to me, yeah, and every comic reader out there, that's like highlight of the whole Venom trailer. And one more thing, or one question we kept asking: how are they going to use Lord? Are they going to rubbish him, or if they don't rubbish him,
That's
what's
a
next for the Spider-Man movie? These are the questions that we asked when we were all happy we saw no, but
yes.
it brought up those two questions. Those were the two questions that it brought up. One, are they going to rubbish
I
him? Are they going
was
to
I was
kill him?
actually yes. See, like you said, I was actually thinking about it that them actually bringing no. This is like a proper big cosmic entity that they cannot mess up. Because if you bring null into the big screen and you don't depict null well, most of us will have issues. Because I look at what Fox did with Galactus that time. Till today, everybody has issues, and they actually have to do it properly. And the Venom franchise is doing so well. Boo, sad. The Venom franchise is doing
Wow.
actually they're actually doing very fine. I won't say they're doing so well. They're actually doing very fine because that Venom Let There Be Carnage, that I did not really vibe with that other second movie. But like they're actually doing good. So and if they are bringing knowledge, and also I'm trying to like understand what the threat level has to be for Null to actually be like, more myself, I want
Okay.
show up to square up.
Speaking of
You get
Galactus, speaking of Galactus, yeah, there was okay when he came in at all, he was all powerful and all. Then, to be very honest, considering his power level, it it is two sided. It's like it's a paradox. It's one of those yes and no paradox where they disrespected him and they did not disrespect him. In the sense that it makes sense that okay, with the disrespectful way that they used to take him out was a respectful way where they had to use his power against him. You get me? And it was his what they call it. It was it Johnny with the power of everybody, the Silver Surfer and the
yeah,
Fantastic
it was
Four,
Johnny. It was Johnny. It took everybody's power.
and taking him out. You get so to them that was like the only thing, and I think they rated the Silver Surfer's power then to be infinite, like incalculable. So it wasn't. It's a disrespect here, but it was a respectful disrespect. Now coming to Null,
That's
yeah,
one man's opinion.
what was it a disrespectful disrespect? Let me ask your own opinion.
It was a disrespect. What do you mean? Somebody with the power of the four fantastic four can take up someone that was basic. His palm is supposed
He
to be
didn't
like the
use the
size of the
power.
earth.
No. He didn't use the power of the Fantastic Four.
Either
He only had the
way,
Silver Surfer's power.
either way,
He
either
had the
way,
Silver
it was
Surfer's power.
disrespectful.
He had the
Either way
Silver
It
you
was
look
Surfer's
at
actually
it,
power.
it was really
either
really
way you look
disrespectful.
at it was disrespectful. I think in hindsight, maybe you can try and rationalize it based on the established rules of the movie. If you look at the movie specifically, like okay, this stated this and this and this and this. But if we take everything in a broader spectrum, it was so disrespectful. It was so disrespectful.
It was even sort of like it was basically rubbish.
Okay. So
It
far we all
was
agree it was a
basically rubbish.
disrespect. So far we all agree it's a disrespect. So now looking at Nod here, it will be funny if something similar happened where Because I'm very sure a movie director or a screenwriter can decide that what if Null takes over? What if Venom takes over Null? You understand? Because I know there is a whole lot of, I call these things floating scans. Yeah, floating scans are pictures of comic book pages that you just randomly see online or forum where people are arguing and they need to prove their points. You understand? So those floating scans, there are a whole lot of floating scans that shows the symbiote Venom taking over Galactus and many other powerful people. A screenwriter can see something like that and believe, what if the symbiote takes over Null? Or what if the student or the servant becomes the master? They are never far away from those thoughts. You understand? And the way Venom has been going, it's actually something that can happen because once a particular character starts gaining popularity or influence in a scene, they will start damning the source material and start making where he has his popularity and influence. They'll start trying to make that the original version. You get so I believe they can go that route, which we all agree can be also disrespectful. You get, but let us. I'm more interested in the other I'm more interested in the other possibility, the other part where if Null is not disrespected, what is it for the next Spider-Man movie where you have to face somebody like Venom? Does it mean we'll get to see Cosmic Spider-Man?
Hmm.
I don't think
I
we're
see your
there
point.
yet. I honestly don't
We
think
are
we're
not
there
there. We
yet.
are actually not close there.
And
If I thought they are going to do a
we're
Cosmic
not even
Spider-Man, I would
we're not there
prefer.
yet.
I know we are not even there yet. But I would prefer that it's
We're like
Tobey Maguire.
we're not even close to being there yet. What I would say about Null is they might use him but not really use him. So like they might go the route of he sends a bunch of symbiotes to Earth and that he doesn't really show up. So that's my point. Like they might use him as like a big threat for not a threat that they address in the movie specifically. Like the way Guardians did with
Okay.
Thanos. Like in Guardians one where they where
Thanos,
they
yeah.
where they reference Thanos a lot, but they didn't really use him as the villain. So I think they might go that route or they might not. It depends on how um dicey the writers want to be with the fan base, honestly. So I think it can go either way, because
Hmm.
even if you look at the trailer and the promotional materials, they didn't really they only like hinted at him. They didn't really show any. They didn't even hint at any possible fight scenes with Null. So it is up in the air how much influence he had on the movie. But I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't. They interact, but they don't actually like come to blows or anything. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Very, very fair point.
Yeah.
I think I will even
Yes.
want something like that. I will want something like
Yes.
that. I want something like that. It just even
That would
reminded me
that
of
would actually.
Transformers 2. The Fallen when he was off planet, sending Megatron and the Decepticons to do his job, and then he just got pissed and be like, if you need to do something right, do it yourself. You get so that can actually happen. But instead of him coming down to fight, he was just like, nah, very useless symbiotes, and we try and create another symbiote.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's actually like a better way for them to do it. I hope that's how they do it. But from what the trailer is saying or showing rather, it will seem like that's the route that they are probably going to go through. That's the route that they would follow. Speaking of routes, I was taking my day off. Or rather, how do you say this? I did walk my Waka JJ online. That's how I ran into the
Wow.
Penguin series. I ran into the Penguin series. I was buying my Waka JJ online. I ran into the Penguin series and I was like, interesting. I heard something about this a while back, but I didn't really check it out. Only for me to see that it's actually out. Then I watched the trailer and I was like, oh, interesting. This does not even give me any form of like it's a comic book movie that series that I'm about to see. Is rather it's giving me the feel of like I'm watching an Italian mob based movie. And I watched the first episode. I'm not going to say much about the first episode because I wouldn't want to. spoil the series for those that
Can I
haven't
come
seen
in?
it yet. But it's
Can I come
out.
in? I want to come in. I want to come in.
Yes.
If you watch
Okay.
The Batman
Yeah.
was it 2021 or 2020? And
I think it was 22.
yes, and if you look at the list of most of Batman's villains, you will notice like almost all of them are Italian based. Like the Falcone family, the Bettinelli family, all of them. They are like Italian mafias. Basically, Batman deal with the Italian mafia. You now notice like they they sort of get it right in the mafia fictional kind of way where they act as families, they have family heads meeting. You understand? They have family heads meeting, they have areas they control in Gotham. Even Batman knows the area. He already knows this junction belongs to the Falcone family, this junction belongs to this family, this one belongs to Penguin, this one belongs to Black Mask. Literally. So I believe if that series gives off an Italian mafia vibe, yeah, I don't think it's on the wrong path. I don't think it's on the bad path. I think it's more on the accurate path. I think it's more on the accurate path because, like I said, if you look at it, read his comics, even watch some of the animation, yeah, you will notice this thing. And I was actually happy they showed it in the Batman movie. They showed it that actually Batman do actually deal with the Italians a lot. He
Yeah,
deal with the Italians a lot.
the actual thing is because I actually watched the Gotham series, the CW Gotham series. For the first few seasons, the people that they needed to deal with in Gotham were the Falcone and the Maroni family. And yes, these are Italian mobsters. But for a conventional person out there that just knows Batman as Batman, if you ask the person, who does Batman fight? They'll most probably tell you makeup artist, somebody in a fancy suit, this, that's Riddler and Joker, by the way. You get crazy
I
people
want
and the
escape.
levels like
One
Deathstroke,
escape zoo
ninjas, and
animal.
the exactly. I want to escape zoo animal and a giant zombie with super strength. So all of those are what people would tell you. You get, but like for some of us that we have this in-depth knowledge that the Falcone family, the Maroni family, the is it the Belletti, that the Black Mass family,
Bettinelli.
how do you pronounce Bettinelli family? We understand that these are
Bettinelli is
like
not
crime
okay.
families.
Bettinelli is not Black Mask family, yeah. And I
Oh,
think
I
it's like a
probably I
shared village
probably got
between
it.
Batman and Green Arrow.
Okay, I think I probably mixed it up. I forget. Actually, I know the Black Mask too is like a mob
Yeah, yeah,
family and what.
yeah. They are mobs.
We
And
could say that was what David Ayer was trying to do with the Joker because he's
do
trying to
you
like
notice?
portray the Joker like a mob
Do
boss
you
and
notice
whatnot, which
old
did not actually
this
really work out.
old?
I would just
Yeah,
say,
you need to go. Sorry. Do you
I,
know
I
this
would
old
just say that I would just
Batman
say that in
animation?
this,
Do you remember these old Batman animations?
Which
yeah, yeah,
one?
yeah. I remember few of
Literally
them.
all the like Mask of Phantasm, most of all these Batman animations.
There are a
Do you
lot.
notice?
Yeah,
Like
those ones.
everything related to
Yeah,
Batman, there are a lot.
I'm
There
talking
are a
about like
lot
the old
actually.
ones, like the ones that came out within the era of
Yeah,
Mask
yeah.
of Phantasm. Do
Let's.
you notice the
I
villains
think
have this mob accent? All the villains have the mob accent.
see, but that's the
If
thing.
I
That is for like
Yes, they have this. They have
low
this
level
Sicilian.
villains that I
They have
actually
not,
really
not talking
really
about the low
fight.
level villain, not just this thing. Like they have this Sicilian mob accent, mob family accent. You get even the ones at the higher up. If you can try and watch the Mask of Phantasm again, you will notice you will see what I'm talking about. So I'll try and get a list for you. You see what I'm talking about. Like it's there.
Yes,
Their accent, the
yes, yes,
mob,
yes.
the
But the thing
Italian
is,
mob
yeah,
accent
I
is there.
Emit, I totally understand you. And again, I will just try to like put it out there. You are well informed to know all of this. I'm just saying, like, for most people, okay, if we ask anybody out there, anybody that doesn't have like all of this proper knowledge, we just tell them, who do you think Batman fight? They will talk about Joker, Riddler, all of this. They don't really know that in the in-depth of crime in Gotham, there are families to it. You understand? The way we know it. Like the comment section said,
Which is lovely.
Talker from the
Which is
comment section
lovely.
said, this is a Godfather series. And when I actually watch the trailer, that's what I'm trying to like put out there, because it is not it did not feel like I was watching a trailer of a comic book character. It felt like I'm watching something from like The Godfather, but like reimagined in a particular era, later than The Godfather. You understand my point? And after watching the first episode,
You know what?
Omo,
You
Jesus
know what?
Christ.
You know what? You know
Well,
what?
this
You know
might
what?
be my own bias of liking
Therefore,
all these
therefore, you know what?
mafias and
Therefore, you know
whatnot.
what?
Like it might actually be my
You
own
know what?
bias of that. Yeah.
You know what? I'm saying this too. Like you're talking about some people, so I want to address something to them. Yeah, to all those guys that don't know that Gotham is run by the mafia, you are welcome. And I thank the Penguin series for showing you the Gotham underworld and the mafia
Yes,
families in
it's the Penguin limited series, like bootleg sec from the beginning. The Penguin limited series is something that I will actually recommend for anybody. Like this is something that you can use to like get, let's say, all these people that they used to say that all these Batman movie and whatnot is just Roniko. You can use this one to ease them into the universe. It's actually quite interesting. It's something that I would recommend out there. And
Now you can come in. You can come in and
I
just tell
can
them,
I
wait,
can
wait, wait, that one. You can come in and tell them that you have a mafia movie series with them. They watch it, they are done, and you tell them it's a Batman shit. Psych, got you.
Wow, wow, wow.
basically I should just trick them it. I say,
Exactly.
dude,
That's
I won't.
basically just trick them.
Yeah, I but bootleg. Haven't you seen haven't you seen the series itself? You've not seen the first episode.
The Penguin series.
Yeah. Have you seen the
So
first episode?
originally, when I saw the trailer, I was very confused. I'm not even going to lie because like, one of the things that I've really disliked about recent comic book adaptations, specifically focused on villains, is that they tend to make the villain less of a villain. I think they did that with Venom. They did that with Harley Quinn. I think the Suicide Squad specifically.
Oh, I
So
get,
like
I get what you are saying. They try to make us
exactly,
understand their fan and be like, it's not their fault. They are
exactly.
good in their
They
own
don't make the
way.
villains. So like
Bro,
when I saw
the
the
thing is,
Penguin
you
series,
guys are sounding
I
like
wasn't
Cypher to me now
sure.
because
No, like like I said, I wasn't sure if that was what they were going to do. So like I didn't pick it up, but specifically because of that. But what you're saying, I actually really like it. Like more of the Godfather type thing, because everybody can understand that the Godfather they were mobsters. No one you might empathize with them, but like they're doing bad things. Everybody understands that. So like I think that is better for me. And more, if I'm going to pick up the series, it's going to be because of that. You get
oh,
like
I'm
more.
picking, I'm basically picking up the series just because it's giving me this nostalgic feeling of like I'm
I get
watching
so
I'm
like
watching a movie.
if I pick up the series, it's because of that. Because like I really haven't enjoyed the way they've handled villain movies of late. The way they don't really feel like villains when you watch the movie. They just feel like kind of
Yeah,
anti heroes. So like
you
that
actually
was
did
one thing
remind
I
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole
You know,
conversation
that
the
was
thing
one of
reminds
the
is,
me
things.
the
of.
thing is, you guys are sounding like Cypher, and I don't like it because whenever I
Wait,
tell
It's the
Cypher that
truth.
I
It's
I
the
can
Chill.
truth.
relate, whenever I
It's
tell
the
whenever I tell
truth.
you guys that I can relate with villains like Doctor Doom, I can relate with people like Magneto that they are not actually villains. It comes from my head and it tells me straight up that they are villains, and I'm like, they don't necessarily have to be
No,
villains. They
therefore,
like I can't
No,
therefore,
they
understand
wait.
where they're
are.
coming
They
from.
No,
are.
there are
I
no,
think what
therefore,
we
wait,
have
wait,
to
wait,
understand,
wait,
particularly with
wait, wait.
villains,
There
is
are villains and
the
there are
end don't
there are
justify
villains
the
and there are
means.
misunderstood people. Chill. There are villains and there are misunderstood people. You understand? Magneto is
Is
one of
Deadpool a
those. I'm
villain?
a
Is
villain. I'm
Deadpool
not
a
a
villain?
villain.
Is Deadpool a villain? Is Deadpool a villain?
Deadpool is a scum. Deadpool is a scum. Let's take him out of this conversation. Deadpool is a scum.
Eh,
Now,
it's debatable. I
Magneto,
would say that.
Magneto, yeah, he is one of those people that is a hero to his people and villain to others. You get
You see,
now.
it's
If
a
you look
matter
at
of perspective.
no wait,
Okay, let me no wait
this
wait. The
perspective does
thing
not
is,
work for Lex Luthor.
the fact
Does not work
is
for Lex Luthor. This perspective does not
no,
work for
from the
Lex Luthor.
human side, Lex Luthor does not even want to destroy Earth. Lex Luthor just wants to rule. He wants to be the president. He wants to be in charge. And it's not as if Lex Luthor is going to
You,
be like, now that I'm
you
president,
mean
once half of Asia
Les
gone,
Luthor
we go
just
and
wants
kill
to be
half of
super
Asia.
racist?
No, see, he's just super racist, and I understand.
He's just
I'm not
super
racist. This
racist.
is internet. Wait,
See,
this is internet.
let me tell you
I'm not
something.
racist. He's just racist to Superman. And see,
He's
okay,
racist to everybody that's not human.
Whenever Batman does it, we justify it. Whenever Batman
No,
does it,
that is
just be
Amanda
like,
Waller.
oh
That is
yes,
Amanda
it's for
Waller.
the,
Amanda
it's
Waller
for the.
is racist to anybody that does not have powers. So far, if you use mistake to have powers like this, Amanda Waller is racist to you. Lex Luthor wants to rule the world in the most peaceful way possible, but ready to kill. You understand? You always have a peaceful option. Yeah, you always have a peaceful option. Down. He intentionally go with the peaceful option, so it will justify being wicked to you. Like in Superman and Lewis,
Yeah,
when they showed Lex Luthor in prison.
yeah. See,
So
bro,
Superman, let me finish. Let me finish.
Hold on,
They show. I
Hold
need to
on,
say this.
Hold on.
I'm
Just
listening.
hold on. The
We
thing
are
is,
really going off topic here.
exactly. That's what I'm trying to do because it's, if you leave
Okay,
Emmett to
we've gone
actually
off
like
topic.
because
Okay,
he's getting
we've
into
gone off
his
topic.
element.
Okay, we've gone
He's
off topic. We've
yes,
gone off
we've gone
topic.
off
We've gone off
topic.
You
topic.
You're
think
actually
Now
like
let me go
getting
back. I
into
want to
your
go back on track.
element.
I want to go back on track. Now, Penguin. You remember the Batman series we saw Penguin in the episode one that was female? That was female. This
Well,
recent Batman Amazon Prime Batman series. Amazon Prime Batman series. That Penguin
yeah,
was
see,
female.
yeah,
Eh, let me
yeah.
finish. Let me finish. Do you love
No, you
that
have
Penguin
limited time because
where
we
he
still have
had
to
to?
talk about the we
Yeah,
have to talk about
I
the
know.
Emmys. Hold on. You have to talk
Do
about
you
the Emmys.
love do
And
you love
we
that
are ending the
penguin
live
when
by 9.
he was do you love that penguin when where he killed his son? I'm not going to refer to penguin as sheep. I'm going to refer as when he killed his son for selling out the family.
I
That
did
is
not watch that since they said Penguin is
Yeah, I
going
don't
to be
think I watched
finished.
that either.
I am not
okay.
sexist.
I don't
I'm
think
not
I
Spoiler,
watched
sexist.
that.
okay,
I just don't
spoiler,
like when
okay,
they
spoiler
I
alert.
just don't like when they
Spoiler
gender
alert.
swap characters.
Spoiler alert.
There is no
Spoiler
You
alert.
say
spoiler
that
there.
now.
There's no
Okay,
spoiler
let me
You
go.
there.
say that now.
Okay, spoiler alert, yeah? That penguin was one of the best portrayal of penguins. I hated and I hate the gender swap like the next person behind. You understand? But I'm not going to sit down and behave like I see the only thing that changed was his gender. His attitude was pure mafia. He literally fed his son to the shark for bypassing the mafia. Like he tossed the son into a shark tank. That was blood son that he gave birth to. So that was pure mafia shit. Again, and that like this is one of the points I wanted to bring up that supports that anybody that watches Batman animations properly, you understand, you don't even need to read the comics, but you watch the Batman animations, you will see it in their accents. You understand? You see it in their accents, you see it that they usually have this mafia family meet. You get me? So it's like a good thing that okay, there's now a live action series that is actually still portraying that mafia element. They are not going full hero stuff, you understand? And it's down to realism in a way, like the Batman movie.
Well, yeah, you're actually like on point, and it's something that is actually that's why all of us were actually like excited. And something exciting happened last weekend, and that's the Emmys Award. I wasn't able to like watch it live because I had to travel. I'm back, but I was able to like, see some things concerning it. But this part, I'm going to leave basically for bootleg assassin.
Mm, okay, so I think the headline of the Emmys obviously has to be Shogun absolutely sweeping the awards.
Justice for Ayo Edebiri. Justice for Ayo Edebiri. She needed that award.
I think she got it last. She got an award last season. The last Emmy. So she should manage that one. But I think two things that everybody I think will obviously have to kind of talk about are one. is that House of the Dragon didn't win anything, which is kind of
It is not
weird.
surprising.
It's not surprising, but it's also, eh, eh. And then
Yeah.
Shogun really got, I think it swept their rods and totally deserved it because we saw how well the series did, and the acting, the set design. I think it swept in almost every category, from acting to, you see the lead actors, supporting actors getting costume, set design. Like, it was really well deserved, and I think we need more of that generally
Yeah.
in TV
Yeah.
and in Hollywood. Like, the writers even got awards, so like it's something that we should really commend.
The thing is, it was actually based off a mini series from like the 80s, but it is well
No, I think it's
written and the
actually based
actors
on a novel.
executed it
It's,
properly.
it's based on a
And
novel.
I would say the mini series was like extract of the novel. Then, but the point is, there was a mini series in the 80s. I actually went to watch it
Mm.
after seeing like Shogun. I wanted to be sure what was happening. So like the stories are actually like sort of like in line, but this one is much more fleshed out and better. The acting is way much more better, and the execution was just good. Like the costume, like you said, everything is just really really on point. And we
Hmm.
actually need much more of things like those in Hollywood. We need to actually like appreciate all other people cultures as well. And it actually even made me to understand some things about Japanese people. Uh the whole honor thing and the likes. And I don't think I would have
Didn't you
lived
get
on
enough of
if
that
I
in
wasn't.
anime?
I know. See, anime is different.
You
It's
did not
fantasy.
see the
I don't think I would
level
have lived
of you
long.
did not see the level of seppuku that was happening in the
I
Shogun. That's why any
swear.
small
Did
I
you
thing,
watch?
swear.
Did you
I
watch the
don't
Last
think I
Samurai?
would
Did you watch the
live
Last
any
Samurai?
long.
small thing.
Did you watch the Last Samurai? It was a very
Yeah, I
Bro, bro,
did.
bro,
I
bro, bro,
did.
political.
bro. Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
was
we
a
did.
very
I did. I did.
political Japanese movie, and I actually did love
Yeah.
it. Yeah, like it was nice. They showed honor. They showed crazy honor in that movie. I get what the guys have said, but I needed to sneak that anime line in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That's fine.
no, I
That's fine.
think.
That's fine. You you
I think.
you you sneaky. You sneaky you.
Wow. Wow. You
Yeah.
guys really need to stop with all the puns. Like, it doesn't go well. Like, really.
Well, it's quite interesting that Shogun did all of those, and we need to see more of
I
all
never knew I
those
was this
things.
guy.
And for anybody that does not want to actually act with Shogun, I mean Senpuku.
So I'm
I'm
actually
not
this
saying
guy.
anything new. I'm just saying Senpuku. You get
Wow.
who is this black man now? Who called this black man to come now? Who is this black man? Wesha, the
What?
comment
That
section
boy
said
wants
the
to talk.
honor in Shogun actually passed Last Samurai. So, well, at least me, I get like, you can see my black people. Comment section said the
Honestly.
honor, the honor in Shogun passed Last Samurai. Like, there's much more honor depicted in Shogun compared to Last Samurai. But then we could say because Shogun is a proper series, so they had time to like expatiate on that. And the Last Samurai was just a movie. This brings it to the with all honor we bring this live session to an end, and we appreciate everybody that was able to join. We appreciate
Justice
Emmys
for your
Assassin and
debris.
Emmys.
You rest.
Justice
Yeah,
for
we
your
appreciate
debris.
Rest.
it have do it have do. So we
It have
appreciate
do,
Bootleg
honestly.
Assassin for joining
Yeah, it's a
to come
pleasure.
and
It's a
like
pleasure.
pressure with all of his knowledge and all of that, and Emmett as well to come and grace us with his presence and all of his knowledge.
Maybe next time
This is
he can
come.
try and stay on topic.
Yes, that's something I actually have to work on. But like that is why it is fun to like do this with you guys because it springs up much more discussion and the like. But
It
anyways,
dragged me
Yeah.
back.
please don't
When you
forget
said
to
I
like
was off topic, I came back to topic with another point
Jesus.
instantly.
I am trying
There's
to
I
always
end the
beg.
something
live
to talk.
stream. I'm trying to end the live stream. We are done. So please
You have 15 more seconds. End it.
kindly subscribe if you haven't
He
subscribed
is going
before.
to use
We are trying to
every
like
single one of
we are
them.
trying to like get to 1,000 subscribers. Will you people just shut up? We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Kindly subscribe. We have other videos other than lives we do.
Four,
We have live
three,
gameplays
two,
and we have
one.
different other things that we
Bang.
do as well. we have different other nice things that are nice content that we can bring to you. Just let us know in the comment section. You can join our Discord. Our Discord, the link is in all of our videos. If you check the description, you see the link to the Discord community. You can join the Discord community. We have a CODM community in the Discord. We are working on a Apex community in the Discord where you can get to play with different lot of people and meet different people online and the likes. And this is something that we do frequently. Don't forget to join the next time. My name remains Oladapo, and I'll see you guys in the next.
Like GG's.